This is the most terrifying sound in the world, and if you listen closely, you just might hear it, too. One man named Ben found a dusty old radio in his attic. It was an antique, and Ben was curious to see if it still worked. As he began to tune the radio, he could hear faint static. But when he turned the dial between stations, he could hear these faint screams. At first he thought they were just part of the radio's static, but then he noticed something strange. The screams seemed to get louder every night. It was the size of a coin, and it looked like it had been there for a long time. And that's when he heard it. A faint voice coming from inside the radio. "Help me," it whispered. "I'm trapped inside." He tried to ignore it, but one night he couldn't take it anymore. And if you listen closely, you just might hear it, too. So he pulled up a chair, sat down next to the radio, and started to record the screams. He didn't know what they were or where they were coming from, but he needed answers. So the next day he took the recording to an audio expert. After examining the recording, the expert came back with some shocking news. The radio was not just playing the screams, it was amplifying them. Whoever or whatever was trapped inside the radio was using it to feed off of Ben's emotions. He told Ben that the screams were not part of the radio. He didn't know what was going on, but he knew that he had to do something. So he spent that night with the radio, and when the screams started, he answered. "Who's there?" He yelled into the radio, but the only response he got was more screams. They were being played from somewhere else entirely. And after listening to them again, he noticed something else. One of the screams sounded an awful lot like his own voice. Of course, Ben was freaked out. The next day, while examining the radio, he found a small hole in the back. But before Ben could respond, the voice was gone. And that's when he realized what was happening, and he knew exactly what he had to do. He grabbed a hammer and smashed the radio to pieces. But as the screams suddenly stopped, he could hear them coming from inside his walls. And every night the radio brought a new scream. Each night it took the life of someone he loved. So what is this sound? It's the sound of fear.